That's going to need some work. And pretty chattered up in here. No jaws in it. So we have to make new jaws, which I knew that when I bought it. This don't look right. Let's find something to stick in there. The only thing I could find handy. That seems to work. At least it works good. It's a matter of a bit of a restoration. That's not bad. It's not all rust. No rust, so that's a good thing. Works good. Nice and smooth. This, and have to run a tap down there, and boy, is it this, where do I need to, I don't know which part is buggered up. It must be that part. I can see it galling on the threads here, so we'll run a tap down through there when we restore it here. Okay, that's what it looks like out of the box. Okay, this rod they had in here, you notice the threads are all galled up, and that's because, whoops, as close as I can tell, this is an 8 by 1.25, and this originally was a 5/16 18. I ran a 5/16 18. First I tried the 8mm tap, and it only went a little ways, and it obviously wasn't going to go. So I tried the 5/16, and sure enough, that's what it was. They was galled up because they jammed this 8mm in there. But now I got I've just got a bolt in here for right now. Now I ordered some 5/16 rod. I'm going to make a new thing with a nice ball end on it. So that should be easily taken care of then. It's somebody, I don't know if they damaged the original one or lost it or what, but you can see that this guy is definitely all galled up where they try to jam it into the wrong threads. It's close, but not no horseshoe. Okay, got a couple of aluminum vice gel blanks roughed out, just really roughly roughed out. Really not much more to do those than mark the holes and drill and tap the things, and Simple stuff, a couple of quarter 20s and a couple of quarter 20s. And there's the hole mark on both of them. So we just drill and tap those and screw up a couple of quarter 20 cap screws, and we'll have some usable jaws. I got to order a piece of steel or find one. I got to rummage around and see if I can find a piece of steel that's appropriate, or brass. I might make some brass ones too. Usually when I do something like making jaws for a vise, I make every flavor I can find a decent piece of scrap for. So we'll do that. Be back. Okay, here's the vise after a little dated modification here. We got the new jaws on, which I showed before, and I put a new lever on and put a new knob on the end of this. Now this vise is in some ways in fairly good shape, and so there's no rust, absolutely none whatsoever. That's a good thing, which I noticed in the pictures before I bought it. That was one of the things. Even though the jaws were, it had no jaws in it, and they drilled into the casting there. So, but with the new jaws in, it's pretty good. You put them in there, and not bad. I lock it down. Seems like a good vise now. I gained at least an inch compared to this vise, not more. So I can get some tooling in there that I can't get in here. I mean, just drill bits. I was just having a hard time even just getting a regular jobber length drill bit. I was getting ready to buy a set of stubbies, to use, but I guess a better solution. This is going to work out just great. Somebody had this that couldn't have been a machinist. Couldn't even been a hack hobby machinist like me, because this lever had a metric rod forced into an Imperial thread, and then that buggered the thread all up. And as far as the knob on the end here, oh, not in the picture. As far as the knob on the end here, they had this. I don't know what the hell this thing is, but they had this just jammed on that 1/2 inch rod here, and I don't know what it is, but that had nothing to do with whatever came on there originally. So I just had this. I had this small little aluminum puck here, and I just put a couple of chamfers on it and drilled a 1/4 20 hole in there, tapped it, and of course it wouldn't fit on here because whatever they'd done prior to this nonsense, they completely buggered up those 10-30 or 1/4 20 threads on the end here. And I tried to re-tap them, and boy, tried to run a die on there, and it wouldn't. I couldn't even start it. The thing was actually bent, and I mean, this doesn't have any particular. I mean, this is a one finger thing, so there's no pressure on it here. So I went ahead and cross threaded the the new 1/4 20 threads on there, you know, which wasn't really nice to do, but yeah, it worked. And this is on there, and it's good and solid. It's not going anywhere. Like I say, this you know, this has no pressure on it whatsoever. So yeah, we're in good shape now. Happy to have it. I can never remember the name of this darn thing. I have to make a label. You're getting close to 80 years old, you can't remember anything anymore. And I wasn't any good at remembering stuff when I was 20. So, yeah.